Do you want to improve your self-esteem? Well, today I'm going to share a few points around how you can do this. And if you stay until the end, I have an extra point for you then. Now, self-esteem for me has been a massive, massive challenge in my life for many, many years. And what do we mean by self-esteem? We mean how much you like you for just being you. So many times when I was just like calling myself name, even there were stages in my life when I would just a very low point in my early 20s when I would hurt myself physically. And I can remember talking even in the last like 2, 3 years, like not that I don't have zero, it's not that I don't have zero self-esteem challenges now. It's just I have less of them and I'm able to transform back into feeling good about myself. But yeah, life will test us and getting challenges. Now, I remember talking with a coach, one of my coaches in the last 2, 3 years, and she said something to me, do you feel like you're not lovable? And I burst into tears in that session. I was, really realized that actually the level of love I had in myself wasn't where I wanted it to be. And this was when I was starting to get into the whole self-esteem and confidence world and really studying it and really trying to implement it. And she was able to ask a really good question because I found one of my limiting beliefs there, that I wasn't lovable. Now, why is it hard? Why is it so hard to love ourselves? Well, I believe, and I've certainly experienced it myself and from researching this and working with a bunch of people on confidence coaching, it's because our world conditions us to look outside of ourselves a lot of the time than get it from ourselves. Now, when things are going well and things are progressing, then great. That's amazing. We can feel good about ourselves. Yet, when things aren't going so well, we can feel terrible about ourselves. And that's certainly me. I used to feel good about myself when I'd have a good football game or a soccer game if you're American. And then bad if I even had a slight mistake in that game. Recipe for disaster. Yet we don't think about it. And it's often because in early years, we have certain conditions, certain behaviors that maybe parents or teachers give us that make us, that they say that's good, that's bad. And then we start conditioning it of ourselves. And depending on our experiences and our beliefs and how we're conditioned, then that's going to affect our self-esteem. So really, I wanted to dive into some points that can really improve your self-esteem that I've used to improve mine, from points of criticizing myself, calling myself horrible names, and therefore building myself up. Now, ask yourself this: how is it helping you in terms of really attacking yourself all the time? And it's not acceptable. You should not accept it, because you're actually damaging other people around you by attacking yourself, because you're not the best you, and therefore that can impact on other people. I know people are really concerned when I had really low self-esteem, I'm in bad places. And it's not saying you shouldn't be in bad places. Of course, like that's going to happen. We got to feel emotions. Yet if you're not doing anything about your self-esteem, it's not going to help you and it's not going to help people around you. And if you've got a big mission or purpose in life, it's definitely not going to help the world, because like you can't be your best if you don't even have a good relationship with yourself. So let's dive into some practical points. And again, I want to give practical points because just talking or just listening without actually doing anything is not going to improve the quality of your life. The first thing you need to look at are the words you're saying to yourself. Like, pay attention what's going around in your mind. I found for me, one of the things I was saying a lot was I'm stupid. And that was a limitation I picked up from school in early years because I wasn't paying attention. I struggled to concentrate, and therefore I was treated like I wasn't as bright as my friends, even though I did really, really well through school because I worked really hard and I was very driven. It was a belief that was back there in the back of my mind. And I realized sometimes when I got frustrated or angry at things or people, I wouldn't lash out too much, but particularly through my 20s, I'm 32 now, I would be getting very sensitive to things that maybe implied, but didn't really imply, because it's the meaning I took from it, implied that I was stupid. And I could lash out if any of those things. So pay attention to the words you're saying to yourself very, very regularly. And then start replacing it with powerful words, statements that are going to make you feel good. The second thing, think about the thoughts you're having about yourself. Like, how do you visualize yourself? How do you see yourself? Because again, this could be subconscious. You could be pitching yourself as someone who's not confident, not worthy, and therefore that's not going to help you. So start visualizing yourself in the best confidence you can imagine yourself to be every single day. The third thing is the habits each day. A habit for you there's two parts of the habits, 3 and 4. So the habits for yourself in terms of building your self-esteem. So what's one good habit you could do to develop your self-esteem? Could you give yourself a hug each day? Could you tell yourself you love you? Could you take yourself out for a nice walk? Just think of a habit you could do that's going to build a relationship with yourself every single day. Like you would for someone else, if you would love them, you cared for them, think of a habit, something you could do every day for yourself. It could even be 5 minutes. If you love to journal, do it. If you love to go out for a walk, I love to go for a walk and listen to personal growth, do it. Do something that's going to make you feel good every day. And then the fourth point, do something that's going to build your confidence slightly each day, even if it's a small thing. And this could be like saying good morning to a stranger in the street. It could be just starting small talk with someone in a shop. Just do some, or it could even be complimenting someone on social media. Just something tiny that's going to build a little bit of confidence each day. It could even be progressing for a task. Like it's a task you've been putting off, like writing a book, for example. You could even just write half a page if you want, like each day, something that's going to show you that you're building momentum, because that's going to build confidence as well. So those are my 4 points on self-esteem improvement. I've obviously got a final one that I wanted to save until the end. Just before that, I want to appreciate you for listening today or watching this, if you're watching the YouTube video. And I just wanted to let you know I've got an opportunity for you. If you're looking for one-to-one coaching in a business manner, you're looking really to start a business or really grow your business, and perhaps you're in the early stages we're talking about, then all you got to do is follow me on Instagram and message me the word grow, and then we can take it from there. Or if you don't have this Instagram, just message me the word grow to coaching@johnnyparlow.com. So my final point is listen to someone with high self-esteem every single day. That's a good habit. So you can include that as your daily, one of the daily habits I was talking above. But it's a really effective one I found when I was really working on my confidence, like talking like 2019 when it was really low. What I would do would be constantly listening to someone with a high level of self-esteem. Someone who was just genuinely had high self-esteem, not arrogance, not ignorance, someone who had high self-esteem. They loved the world. They'd really connected with themselves. And you don't have to know the person. It could just be an audio, but it could be a podcast. Someone who really has a good relationship with themselves, and then listen to that every single day. So that's what I've got for you today. Again, if you're looking for actually starting a business that you're thinking about, you've been dabbling about the idea, or you're new and you're finding it a bit of a struggle, a bit of an overwhelm, then all you got to do is message me the word grow on Instagram or email me the word grow to coaching@johnnyparlow.com. I'll leave the details below, but if you're really holding things off, think about what that's going to cost you. So we'd love to support you in that to see if we're a right fit potentially and what I can support you with. So I appreciate you for being here. You're improving other people's lives by being the best you. And remember, you are in control of your own self-esteem and confidence.